To Dr. Muhammad Yunus, Honorable Chief Advisor, Interim Government of Bangladesh. Demand for an immediate judicial investigation of recent systematic communal attacks by Bengali settlers backed by the Bangladesh Army on indigenous people and religious minorities in Chittagong Hill Tracts, Bangladesh. Honorable Chief Advisor, the indigenous people of Chittagong Hill Tracts and the religious minorities of Bangladesh living in the USA are very concerned and writing to seek an immediate intervention in the ongoing communal attacks on the indigenous people and the religious minorities in Chittagong Hill Tracts. On September 19, 2024, in the Ginala, under Karuna Hill District, came under apparent pre-organized communal attacks by Bengali settlers, backed by the Bangladesh military. At least 3 indigenous people were killed, where 1 senior was hacked to death, and 2 young students shot dead on the spot. Hundreds were injured and more than 200 houses and shops belonging to indigenous people were burned to ashes in this arson attack. Valuable belongings owned by the indigenous people were looted before setting fire to their homes, and as a result, thousands, including women, children, and old people, were displaced by the same attack. These communal attacks just occurred after a month of severe flood tragedy in the region. On September 19, 2024, indigenous local villagers from the surrounding Karuna town protested against the ongoing arson attack in Dighinala under Karuna district. On the same night, they were guarding their villages against possible attack might be executed by the Bengali settler Muslims, which is an obvious sign from the past communal attacks. Instead of preventing such communal attacks, around 9 p.m., the Bangladesh military personnel entered to the indigenous people's villages and ambushed for the locals. They started brush fire directly targeting the indigenous people, intended to kill as many as possible. As a result, 2 young students shot dead on the spot and dozens were fatally injured from their gun bullets. The communal attack spread to the neighbor district Rangamati on September 20, 2024, where the Bangladesh military escorted radical Bengali settler mobs to attack the peaceful demonstration organized by the indigenous students in the main town Rangamati Hill District, Bangladesh, against the arson attack in Dighinala. Without any provocation, the radical Muslim mobs, backed by Bangladesh military, started to attack and setting fire on properties, houses, shops, Hill District Regional Council, and other offices of indigenous people. Buddhist temples in Rangamati were vandalized and looted by the radical mobs. During this apparently pre-organized communal attack, 1 young student, 21 years old, were brutally beaten to death on the spot by the Muslim mobs. Many more were seriously injured and many are still missing. Within 2 days, September 19 and 20, 2024, a total of 5 people from indigenous minorities were killed and thousands were displaced in the series of communal attacks in different parts of Chittagong Hill District, Bangladesh. There is no sign of religious tolerance in Bangladesh since last few decades, and such attacks are increasing day by day, where religious minorities become victims without any justice. We demand the interim government of Bangladesh for an immediate and transparent judicial investigation of such apparent pre-organized communal attacks and accordingly punish the culprits. We also urge the United States, the international community, human rights organizations, and the United Nations, also the concerned authorities, to take immediate action to prevent further atrocities in this isolated region. We demand, number 1, conduct an independent, transparent judiciary investigation and hold accountable the Bangladesh military and illegal Bengali settlers who committed and have been committing such brutal, heinous, and barbaric acts against innocent indigenous people in Chittagong Hill Tracts and religious minorities in Bangladesh. Number 2, protect the fundamental rights of indigenous people and religious minorities. Number 3, provide compensation, protection, and necessary treatment for the victims. Number 4, demilitarization in the CHT region for failing to protect the vulnerable ethnic minorities and stop the repeated human rights violation in the region. Establish safety and security for the indigenous people and religious minorities in Chittagong Hill Tracts, Bangladesh. Number 5, demand for constitutional rights and recognition. Number 6, implementation of the CHT Peace Accord 1997 to establish peace and harmony in Chittagong Hill Tracts. Thank you, everyone.